Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Kissy. So today I'm going to do interesting reading because I was called to write on my whiteboard like a little estudiante of the cosmos today. So I started off with our today's date, 12/4/2024, which breaks down to 3 plus 4 plus 8 equals 15. So today is a day 15, but it breaks down to a 6, which is a day Venus, a Venus day, okay? But the 15 was significant because then it made me look at the devil card, okay? So the energies of the devil. And then the 6, the lovers, okay? So from the devil to the lovers, and this 6 energy is also ruled by Venus, which rules Taurus and Libra, which is all about beauty and romance and love and balance in partnerships. It's equality and love even, okay? So then, today is a day, today's Wednesday, Mercury day. And we have here the Magician. But also the actual day today, even the 4th, today's being the 4th, is Saturn's day, which is the Devil card. Okay? It's associated to Capricorn and Aquarius. I didn't mention that the Mercury being associated to Gemini and Virgo, which 4 being the day of Saturn, the number 4 is a critical degree for the mutable signs, which we have Virgo energy in Mercury today. But also the Sun in Sagittarius is affected by this. So the moon is still in Capricorn. It's 22 degrees right now, which at least when I looked at it, it was at 22 degrees. And today being the 4th day, it stood out, the energies. And the reason it kind of stood out is that for no apparent reason, despite, you know, it feels almost, there was a sense of like, there was like a sense of, I don't want to say hopeless, but maybe that is the word. Or maybe just listless, I think it's the best way to put it. But it felt very detached, like this is just the energies. This is just the energies that are current at this time. Right, and I normally feel this during the Christmas time frame, like certain people have like a gloomy energy to them, like a lot of attachments, and it's so the devil energy. It's so our toxic connections. And why is it toxic? It's because we're holding on to things in a negative space, or it's become something that's become a chain upon us, like a memory that instead of it being a beautiful memory, it's become like a draining memory, or a memory that makes you feel bad every time you think about it, or a memory that makes you feel uneasy or insufficient, or whatever the case might be. These are the things that kind of bind us, but it's also the things that we once really love and value, things that we really care about. And so I think transmuting this devil energy is significant at this time, and using Wednesday energy. Interesting, because Wednesday, the character in the show, she's very much like this Capricorn energy that's emitted from the devil. Very like dark humor, because that's what it feels like also. It feels like it's almost like the irony in things where it's like, wow, like the things that you value the most tend to be the things that make you feel the worst at some point or another when things don't go your way. Ooh, speaking of, hold that thought, because I did write something. Okay, hold on. I did. I wrote something and I want to share it. Here we go. When you make yourself responsible for outcomes that you believe are yours to make happen, you may discover eventually that when you let go to let others do their part, things have a tendency to fall apart and change an entire system. It may feel as failure, and guilt may arise because when you stop, the world is still. And those that are on overdrive tend to resent the silence or solitude, incapable of rebuilding what they neglected when you were there giving them all you had to give. Then I wrote, the sarcasm is real. 'Twas squandered and misadapted for a purpose. All for oneself and oneself for all. Jeez, okay. I'm just sharing it the way it came through, okay? So yeah, so these energies, I feel like, okay, the other thing I wanted to talk about was there's like mentioned there, the energy that's like on overdrive. There's like when it's still, it can make the unstillness, whatever is contained by unstillness gets uncomfortable or gets, for example, my guinea pigs. Normally, very relaxed, calm demeanor. But today there was like this very anxious energy from one of them, and creating like this like havoc for the other. And I'm just like, I feed them, I fix up their home, their space or whatever. And I'm trying to accommodate them. I even separate them for a minute, but he keeps feeling like he's agitated. And I'm like, okay. So it's this energy of like, like aggravated, I feel, agitated, and for no reason. It's almost like I don't care, I don't want to be bothered. Just a very like, it even almost feels lazy, like and I don't want to say like, it's not even that like evident in the physical. It's almost like it's just a very light sense of it though. And it feels like the atmosphere, yes. It feels like there's like this air in the atmosphere that's kind of like going from this ball and chain vibe to this liberated, union of some sort, like a feeling of freedom, whatever. Okay, my goodness. The same couple that was chained and bound and felt controlled and felt in some way beneath a greater power that was manipulative or using them or some evil, has transformed and healed into this angelic protection, as you can see. It's like it was an illusion. It was an illusion to even feel that there was ever something there that was really controlling them. The only thing was fear itself, and love is the way, as tacky and corny as that sounds, right? Because I'll be the first to be like, oh my God, shut up. Like, I don't want to hear the gushy mushy stuff sometimes. Like, I can be that vibe. But then there's other times where I'm like the hopeless romantic. Like my sun and my moon are two very different energies. And kind of like this devil and the lovers, okay? But you're the magician. You're the one that gets to create. You have the tools to create. Which do you choose? Which type of connection are you really going to merge with? Or can you look at it as two in the same, or what is it? One in the same? One in the same, where it's like the shadow of the lovers is the devil. Okay? But it's up to you as a magician, using today's energy of Mercury, and structuring within the 4 energy of Saturn, creating either a boundary or a container for this kind of power. This is like the 3D version of your higher self version. So in the 3D version, you and your divine masculine, divine feminine, may come across as this devil energy, a power couple, hated, ruthless, power hungry, attention seeking, whatever. It comes across with the devil energy. You know, an energy to be challenged or provoked, or how do I put it? I think you get what I'm saying. It's an energy that this is like think of, you know, what fame can do to a Hollywood couple, where, you know, eventually everything that they're about is exposed, because it's like this energy. It's like whatever you do, it's being kind of watched by the world, and that's what the devil also represents. So I feel like being protected by your guardian, being protected by the higher power, that it's like understanding also that same. It's like when you're vulnerable, or when you allow yourself to like truly love yourself, or truly be in harmony with life and understand it for what it is, you won't allow this energy to manipulate you or to make you feel like, it's like, okay, you understand the world as it is, and you transcend that energy. You don't allow it to take hold of you, to create the illusion of power and control over your free will. Okay? Oh my Lord. Oh, there was a couple of songs that had come through. What were the songs? What were the songs? Oh my goodness. Alright, forget it. I can't remember the song. I'm trying to remember. Maybe it'll come to me. So I feel like whatever defenses that were up are no longer up. Like if there was, like if you felt defensive, maybe people are finally looking at the situation. They feel maybe like, damn, like how did I misinterpret that or misunderstand that? Or there's a lot of, there is a lot of guilt, but I feel like you've chosen not to allow whatever took place in the past to affect your ability to live a life in, you know, in love, so to speak, right? Taking charge of your reality in a certain kind of way, taking power into your own hands and allowing yourself to manifest and create things, you know, from your connection to source. You let go of certain defenses because it's not your battle to fight most of the time. And now someone or some individuals might be worried or concerned because you've walked away. And I don't even think it's for any reason other than it was just time to move on. Maybe you needed to call judgment on a matter. And what was toxic, you were able to let it go. It's like you had to let go if you wanted to be in this energy with your divine partner. And I feel like happiness is what had to be mastered in a certain way, being able to also how you shine your light. Like maybe you have your light on basically internally, but you don't always express it or share it or put it out there. With the magician energy, I think you have control of how much energy you put out or how much energy you absorb. So now that you've let go of any kind of needing to protect your space because you feel that your space is already protected by divine, you have the freedom to create new things. So there's some new creative game that puts people minds at rest. It's like whatever had individuals or a specific individual that was very much concerned about why you're not defensive, about why you're no longer putting up walls in a certain way. It's like because you don't have to. You're not emotionally invested anymore in certain things that it's like, okay, what's the point? Look, you're walking towards like, it's like, why limit yourself to a cup when you can have the ocean or access to the ocean? Why limit yourself to a cup? And somebody wanted to like, I guess they were comfortable, or they were comfortable exchanging the same cup or just drinking from the same cup every day. And by that I mean like the same energetic vibe, or it's like nothing newly inspired, nothing newly motivated to like some people don't breathe new air into their love life, I guess. I don't know, something like that. Very strange. But you're very passionate here, and you're okay with your new experience that it's like you're walking into a whole new creative endeavor and you're very passionate about it. So this is like fire energy, this is creative energy, just inspired action. So putting something to rest in terms of anything that had you worried or anything that had you focused. Because I feel like this death energy was also kind of like permeating, like we talked about the devil energy. It was like a permeating energy, like it's not even yours. It's like, no, I don't feel this way. Like who's projecting this? Like why are you even like, what is this energy that you want to kind of put out there? And the more clear it becomes to you, the more apparent it becomes to you, the illusion of it, the more apparent, I guess maybe even like the more shameful it feels to whoever's really thinking about this situation. But with the Page of Pentacles, I feel like whoever didn't learn their lesson, whoever didn't invest in connecting, you're no longer showing any kind of like, you're just not, I guess you're see the Queen of Wands in reverse has a reputation for being jealous, being petty, very vile, evil, loud, and whatever. A lot of negative stuff. And I can attest to that. Okay, Aries, a negative Aries can be very loud and very nasty. But the thing is, nobody wants to talk about the fact that Aries doesn't just react like that, or that Leo or that Sagittarius doesn't just become this, okay? It's not like, oh, just a hater, just evil, just mean or whatever. No. The Queen of Wands has been quietly watching, watching, and even giving hints, trying to be subtle, trying their best to stay calm, to not react, to not be loud, to not say what they actually want to say. So when they do blow up and act that way, it's because they cannot conceal anymore what they've seen or what they know to be true. And what they know to be true has a lot to do with, because they do understand. They know how to argue. They know how to see the truth. People think that, oh, just because they're lost in, you know, heartbreaks, or they're lost in, you know, always getting caught up in some kind of argument or some kind of like, you know, things don't work out, loss of opportunities even. I feel like this devil energy was trying to make you look like irrational, like someone that is argumentative for no reason, someone that creates pain for no reason, someone that has lost or is losing opportunity, doesn't have love, simply because of your mean or evil, right? Divine Feminine. But these are younger energies that don't know how to allocate their passions, their angers, so they'll fight over stupid shit and destroy a whole family if they have to, not caring about the other members, not caring about any of that. So they'll quickly jump on you and say you're mean, but you're doing it after the fact, way after the fact, which is why you have a victory, which is why you succeed in being this emperor energy, like why you operate the way you do. You're backed and supported by an emperor energy, Divine Feminine. This is your masculine. But he sees you as the Empress, as the reflection of this Emperor energy. You are his counterpart. So this masculine knows what it takes to be in this position, to lead, to have to deal and mitigate with human resources, so to speak. And understand that not everybody is going to be pleased, and everybody has an ego, and everybody wants things, you know, and not everybody sees things practically, and not everyone wants to play fair. But we still need to somehow, some way, work together in order to maintain balance, in order to maintain our integrity. So for some of you, there's some people that you like let go of, and it's if anything, it's required a lot of strength on your part to be able to let go of connections that the only way that you can connect in some ways with these individuals is to stay in certain energies that you don't consider any more beneficial, or energies. So it's like, I have to act this way, or I have to talk this way, or behave this way, or confine myself into being in these ways in order to partake. And I think, you know, you decided to focus on your own development, your strength, and it took strength for you to trust your own intuition. So I feel like you're receiving. I feel like some people want to balance out the scales with you. Some people want to give back. People that feel like that maybe there was an injustice, like that they didn't do right by you. Now they're feeling a lot of like love, or maybe in some ways they feel they understand more. They understand emotionally more the emotional injustices, because they've matured emotionally at this time. So they want to invest. They want to invest in you. And by that I mean, you know, they see that you are reliable, responsible, that you've managed your own, that you've qualified as a as an individual that can nurture your own creation, that can provide and protect and take care of that which is charged. as yours to take care of, right? Like your responsibility, the things that are yours to do. You do them. You do them with honor, with commitment. You are very well committed. I feel like it was a high priestess in reverse, was perhaps maybe creating an illusion in regards to that, collaborating with others to taint your, to create some kind of dissension between you and yours, your people around you, making you defensive, trying to create like a withholding love situation, and this was very sending you very I feel like there's some energies that are very sincere, but they're not the type of connections that were going to help you evolve further in your life, like move on to the next level in your life. It was still very like young energy emotionally. And so, yeah, the karmic energies, you've released any karmic energies that you were attached to, or you've been released from, let go. You didn't need to communicate any further, especially to anyone that did not invest in working on communicating effectively. Like anybody that chose to not communicate with you and chose to misinterpret and stay angry or create, you know what I mean? Like anybody that doesn't see you as part of their family, you're part of their team, their people. It's like, it's fine. They can stay in their karmic cycle. They can stay there if they want to. Those people are not very independent, and they will have their tower moments. There's a feminine energy that, you know, you're at ease with this energy simply because you know you've completed all cycles with the karmic feminine and karmic masculine first and foremost. Like you've been working on these energies for too long. Because if you were called to this work, if you were called to go so deep into the psyche, it's not because you're so lost. It's because you're trying to figure out how do you fit in this world. And it's like, your idea of connecting with individuals feels hollow, perhaps, or sometimes just feels always misunderstood. And to that detriment, you went through the process of understanding yourself better so that you can express yourself better to others. But you also try to understand others so you can get along better with them. So it's like, okay, if I'm the common denominator here, I'm not getting along with these folks, but I'm doing everything I can to change this, change that, change this, change that. Maybe if I'm quieter, maybe if I'm louder, maybe if... And then you realize, wait a second, their discomfort, their dislike, but they're in my space, but they're complaining? Who invited you? Who asked you to be here? If you don't like it, get out of here. So I feel like that energy of like, excuse you, you can easily, this is very Saturn energy, by the way. It's like, you can maintain your own life intact or in order to some degree on your own without too much dependency on another. And yet those that do depend on you are the ones that give the most problems. But it's like, I mean, fine, fight me if you're somebody that's on my level. That, like, you take care of yourself and I take care of myself. Okay, you want to fight me because you think I should do it your way, and your way of taking care of you is better than my way. Yet we're both taking care of ourselves, and we're both taking care of our people, and we're both doing what we're doing. So it's like like that might be like a healthier challenge perhaps from that level. Like, oh look, we're both equal here, and here I do things this way and it works. It'll help improve how you do things, and vice versa. But for someone that isn't even there to have that conversation with me, like, why would I listen to you? Why would I listen to you? Like, why would I get advice from someone who hasn't experienced who hasn't had experience in that realm that they're giving advice in, is all. Like, I mean, what made me feel that I can give advice on relationships? That I had a lot of relationships. That I focused a lot on my relationships. Whether it was my friendships, whether it was my partners, whether it was my family, whether it was my work connections. Like, me having a good relationship with the people that I am collaborating with was important for me. So learning, why is it always so disharmonious? I'm not being disharmonious, but there's a disharmony here. Like, I'm sorry, did I piss you off? Did something happen here? And people will just be reactive and doing stuff, and then your curiosity is like, it's the most offensive to those that can't answer the questions of your curiosity. Like, have you ever noticed, like, when you're curious, it's like, how is my curiosity of you make you defensive? Like, you got to be some kind of, really unhealed individual. It's just a question. But I get it. It wouldn't be so much about, oh my. It wouldn't be so much about, because obviously you're going to wonder, like, who are you to question me? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about random strangers. I'm talking about, someone, and you're talking to them, and they genuinely ask questions, like, to go a little deeper with you, like, oh, well, why did you say that? Or, like, I might do that, like, with my kids. Like, what were you thinking about when you said that? Like, what do you think you were feeling? Like, and it's obviously not for everything, but, like, when it's, like, extreme behavior of some kind, like extreme upset or extreme hurt or extreme anything, you're like, and you go a little deeper. Not everybody's ready to answer those questions, I guess, so. We have Colonel Mustard. We have a Pisces energy here. So Pisces could be learning something about you, about your past, about your family, about your history, about your family values. They're looking at maybe even the people that you love, or the person you love. Whoever this Pisces is, they're studying you. They're studying you in partnership somehow, or for some reason. But they're doing it underhanded. They don't want you to know. They're not doing it in the light. They're doing it or there might be an aspect that they are doing, but then there's another aspect that's being hidden. So it might be obvious, or they might make it obvious. Oh, I'm just getting to know you, or I'm just learning some, whatever it is. My hamster. I keep calling them hamsters. Poor guys. Guinea pigs. Yeah, whatever's being hidden, it's something to do with the environment. Balancing out the environment when it comes to the values. They're trying to get, whoever this Pisces person is, they're trying to see both sides of the environment, the positive and negative of it, in terms of maybe how you love, who you love, how deep is your love, how loud is your love. My goodness. We have a Scorpio energy here that's hiding some, they're hiding a connection, or they're hiding the fact that a connection has been severed. So there could be a Scorpio that you're familiar with, or if it's not you, okay, the Pisces that's watching you or learning from you on the download, they might have a severed partnership with this Scorpio. It might have also been a past life connection, and it came to like an end. Possibly there was an authority that said, I don't know. There's some boss figure here. I don't know if it's the job that they work for that made them have to end the connection, or it's somebody that they see as an authority, like as someone over them, told them to end the relationship. It could just be someone that they go to for advice, but I'm getting more like a boss at work. How is it that a boss at work is telling them? It's possible that it's interfering with the job. There's a very, oh my gosh. I have Gemini here and Libra. A Gemini and Libra could be involved in this relationship. Okay, so this Pisces that's either learning from you, observing you, looking into your history of your values and your relationships. They're trying to get the full range or understanding on some level, because there is a toxic connection that they're involved in, that they're hiding, that this connection is severed at this time, okay? That partnership has been severed, and that partnership they thought was like a soulmate. But they're studying it on the down low, because I guess they don't want you to know this history that they're trying to hide, or whatever it is they're keeping. Oh goodness. They don't want you to know that it's a cycle has ended when it comes to them having access maybe even to your environment, or whatever relationship they were in, whether it's like their boss that told them you can no longer, I don't know, it's like somebody was probably like looking into you, because somebody was their boss was informing them to look into you. Okay, so somebody sent somebody in to spy, but the person that was spying on you, their relationship somehow interfered, and that interference caused their boss to tell them to like either let go of the relationship, or they can't do that job. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it at that. It's sounding a little conspiracy. Okay. I'll come back with another message soon. Take care.